everybody. Welcome to Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch, and today I'm going to break down this Saturday's UFC 248, which features two title fights, one in the strawweight division, in the women's UFC division, and the men's middleweight title. So in the strawweight title fight, we have Zhang Weili versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I probably butchered both of those names. Sorry, ladies. But they're amazing fighters, and we're going to talk about them shortly. Middleweight title fight. Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero. Definitely two barn burners of fights with four amazing competitors that, let's get into it. So, first up, the women's title fight. We got Jędrzejczyk, who ruled the division with the iron fist for about 2.5 years, taking the title from Carla Esparza, making about 4 defenses of that title, and doing so with brutal efficiency. I mean, she had some surgical strikes that were taking women out, beating them down, leaving no hope of victory before she ran into Rose Namajunas. So since then, she got a win, then went up to flyweight, took on Valentina Shevchenko, didn't go well for her, came back down, beat Tisha Torres, I believe. Michelle Waterson. And then she now has this title shot. Weili is the first Chinese UFC champion, which is pretty cool. But in her, she is a straight up powerhouse that has some excellent stand-up as well, but has almost as many submission wins as she has knockout wins. She does have a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Joanna has very excellent takedown defense. So what we are probably looking at here is a 100% stand-up fight. And who doesn't love that? Even in MMA, where you got all the different ways people can win, everyone loves a good stand-up technical brawl. And I think that's what we're going to get in this fight. Weili is going to have to get close because Jędrzejczyk has height and reach on her. And maybe similar to the Andrade fight. Both of them did fight her. Jędrzejczyk surgically dismantled her over 5 rounds. Weili destroyed her in 40-something seconds. That doesn't mean that she's going to do the same to Joanna, but it could happen. However, what I'm saying is that Joanna can use her long, accurate jab, her quick, hard kicks to keep Zhang on the outside and pick her apart. But, like I said, Zhang has really good footwork as well. She may be able to get inside of those strikes, get that power, and from what I saw, it wasn't a lot to see because, like I said, the fight was 40 seconds long, but her clinch is mean, but so is Jędrzejczyk's. So if we get on the inside, we could see some really nice knees, some really good control battles, and I'm really excited to see how this one's going to turn out. I think based on what most people have seen lately of Jędrzejczyk, they're going with Weili Zhang, and that's not a bad pick. I'm not sure. Lately, I've started going towards the power people more so than the technical people, whereas I used to be more on the technical side. I'd always go with the more technical person. But at the same time, this isn't just someone who just solely relies on power. Where more like Andrade. So she was like 100% power all the time, in your face, throwing you down, hammering you, Weili's a little bit more technical than that. So it's not just a one-trick pony where she can get her power delivered in several different ways, which I think is why most people are going with her. And now I sat here and I convinced myself as well to go with Zhang Weili. Probably by the third round. That's my pick for that fight. So hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think on that one. So let's move into the main event. Israel, the Last Stylebender, Adesanya versus Yoel Soldier of God Romero. This is also a very intriguing fight between a supreme technician in Adesanya and someone who is an explosive, powerful man in Yoel Romero, who also has amazing technique. His punching and kicking technique is nowhere near the level of Adesanya. However, he does have that technique to deliver with power and finish when he does. Ask the 9 or so people that he's finished in the UFC. So I expect him to kind of do what Robert Whittaker tried in the fight with Adesanya, but a little bit better, because Yoel Romero is faster, he's more explosive, and he hits harder. Even though he lost twice to Whittaker, he still has those intangibles that I just mentioned. Doesn't mean he's worse or better, but Robert Whittaker did prove to be better in those fights. So Adesanya, seeing what Whittaker did, and him and his camp, I'm pretty sure have Romero scouted very well. They're going to use that lateral movement. They're going to try to pick him apart from the outside. However, that's very hard to train for, and you don't actually have someone to simulate that. They probably have come close, but the explosions of Yoel Romero look to be on a whole nother level. I mean, like, he just goes from 0 to 60 in an instant, and he either has you on the ground or he has you hurt, or at least has you on the defense so he can score some points. And he does it like that. It's instantaneous. You don't know when it's coming. However, it's not often. So in between those lulls, Adesanya can rack up points. Preferably going to the legs. Lots of leg kicks, lots of body kicks. Try to wear that brick house of a man down, so when it comes into those late rounds, he's not as explosive as he was in the first two. Problem is, you got to do that without getting caught. That's the cat and mouse game we have with both of these fights. They're both very similar in that fashion, where we have someone who's a little bit smaller height-wise, but massive in frame, explosion, and strength, versus someone who's long, a little slimmer, very technical. And it's going to be that cat and mouse game of, can they keep that explosion from hitting themselves in the chin and knocking them out? So we have two very intriguing fights here. And in this one, I'm going with Adesanya. I think he can get enough lateral movement, pick Romero apart enough to where he can start to put it on him later on in the fight and pull out the victory. I don't think he stops Romero, but if he does, that's going to be an amazing feat to stop Yoel Romero. I think he gets it done by decision. An impressive decision, but a decision nonetheless. So that's it for what I got, guys and ladies. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and like I said, leave your comments below. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Capital Combat, and we'll see you in the recap. Until then, fight on.
It's round one and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and cost. My fists are on fire. I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage. Keep thinking that it's a game. I kick rhyme, hurricane. I told them I don't play. I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.